Hey, what's up? I'm Daniel, a video game developer, and I'm going to challenge myself this year by making video games each week. Alright, let's start. I made a 2D shooter minigame where the player has to destroy targets before they disappear and lose lives. First, I began by creating the crosshair. I just drew some designs and put them into Unity to see which ones I like best. Then, I worked on the functionality of the crosshair. There are a couple ways I could have done this, but I went with hiding the mouse cursor and putting a spread over it. Very simple and gets the job done. Next, I worked on the target and how it interacted with the crosshair. I used a circle as a target and gave it a collider and rigid body. I did the same with the crosshair, so now they can detect when they collide with each other. I made it so when the crosshair is colliding with the target and the player clicks the left mouse button, the target would be destroyed, and if the player did not destroy it fast enough, it would disappear. Now I need to create a way to spawn the target, so I made it into a prefab and created a new game object that would control the target spawning and called it spawner. I determined the dimensions of which a target will spawn within and set the spawner to create a new target within the area every 2 seconds. At this point, I wanted to add some juice to the game, so I added shake to the crosshair whenever the player is holding down the left mouse button, and sound effects to the target spawning in and being destroyed. At this point, I got the game mechanics down. Now I just need to work on scaling the difficulty over time and adding a ton more juice. Bing bong bonk. 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 Bing bong. I made the targets move after spawning if the player has made it far enough, and increase the spawn rate over time, as well as decrease the time it will appear on the screen. I added a score system for when the player successfully hit the target and a health system for when the player wasn't fast enough in destroying the target. I created a play button to start the game and started focusing on the look of the game. I made the target change colors over time to better indicate when it will disappear. I also added background with a scrolling effect, bloom, and little hearts at the bottom of the screen to display the player's health. The game was coming along well, but it felt like it was still missing something. So I thought it'd be cool if I put a high score system that used a database. I used Google Firebase and pulled the high score from a database I created there. If the player ever beat the high score, the database would update with their own score. I polished it up and we're done. It was a fun small project and I learned how to use Google Firebase to create a real-time database for Unity. The database did unfortunately break in the web version of the game. If I had more time to work on the game, I would definitely figure out why this happened. Thank you all for watching. Feel free to play the game. The link is in the description below. Leave a comment down below on what you liked, what you would have done differently, or what you would have added to the game. Also, tell me what game you would like me to make next. Bye! Bonk. Bing bong 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 bonk. Bing bong.